great ride at Enoree today. Man, it's the first time I've been at Enoree since they opened back up. I think they opened last week, and I wasn't able to make it last week. What a great ride. I met up with SCRIDER83 off of Thumpertalk. I've only known him. He's commented on some of my videos. We talked back and forth on the forum, thumpertalk.com, you know, nice dirt rider forum. And he said he could meet me up here, so I texted him, and he had already been here when I got here for a couple of hours. And finally I got all my gear on. I got my bike unloaded about the time he got back to his truck. So I went over, we talked a little bit, and then we went out and rode. We rode 4 loops. One of the red loop was closed. And we got back, and he gave me some food, and we had a nice time talking. Great guy. And then we headed out again, and within the first, I don't know, quarter mile, boom, he had a rear tire blowout, and it was so fast that tire just went, and just had to go back, you know, back up the trail. So I rode all 5 loops by myself, and now heading home to Charleston. Got about a 2.5-hour drive to go from here, somewhere in there. What a great day, so fun. A lot of people out today. It's Good Friday, and looking forward to Easter. There'll probably be a bunch more tomorrow, I would guess. And what a nice place to celebrate is out in the woods, beautiful woods with a lot of families. That's my wife, so I will get back to you shortly. All right, that was my wife calling. I had called, you know, whenever I leave the trail, I give my wife a call, let her know I'm on my way home. That way she can time out to dinner if I'm going to be home in time for supper. Anyway, great ride. If you get a chance to ride with somebody, I highly encourage it. Bill was much faster than me in these corners, and so you kind of got to see what's possible, and then you can decide, is that possible for me? So I definitely got a lot out of it. I think I rode faster following him than I normally would ride. So great time. Great guy, enjoyed riding, and as always, dirt bike people are great. Saw a bunch of people at the trail today, and hope you all have been out in it as well. And thanks for watching my videos. If you like them, thumbs up, subscribe if you like. Take care, see you next time. What do you say, everybody? 14 Guitars here. It is Friday, and I'm on my way to Enoree. I'm hoping to meet up with a friend that I only know, I think, from Thumpertalk.com. I'm not sure I've actually ridden with him, or I might have met him at Enoree a couple times. I hope it's not someone I've ridden with before and don't remember, but you know, you go by nicknames on Thumpertalk, so I might know, you know, I might have ridden with Mark, but he's you know, Crazy YZ on Thumpertalk. So anyway, Thumpertalk.com is my forum of choice for dirt bike. It's a dirt bike forum. It's really good dirt bike forum. There's not a lot of politics. I think you have to agree and go to a complete different section to get into politics. Oh, there's a little bit, but it's mostly talking about dirt bikes. It's a lot of fun. It's got a lot of different sections. It has a South Carolina section, and I checked the Enoree latest Enoree thread yesterday, or the day before. I think it was the day before, and he said, you know, he was gonna go ride. Actually, he said he was going to go ride Wambaw, and I said I'm heading to Enoree Friday, and he said, well, text me and we'll go. So I'm hoping to meet up with him. We'll see how that goes, and if possible, we'll get a video out with a fellow rider. It's always a lot of fun to watch someone in front of you, you know, hitting the little jumps and cranking those curves at beautiful Enoree. I've done it with my nephew, videotaped my nephew, and made a little video of him before, and it was a lot of fun. So I'm really looking forward to it. I haven't been to Enoree since it opened early April, and you know, the last time before that was I think the 2nd of January. Enoree's closed from early January, usually the 1st or 2nd day of January, to April 1st, sometimes a little earlier, sometimes a little later, depends on the maintenance they're doing. One of the trails at Enoree may be closed. We may not be able to do all 5. There's 5 that kind of look like this, right? You know, trail number 1, 2, like that, like a hand. And they each loop meets back at a common road, a two-way trail, which is really nice because you can do a loop and then you can immediately go back to the parking lot if you're done, or you make a right turn, make another right turn, you're on the next loop. Do that every time and you're going to run all 5 loops. Really excited. It's a beautiful day. It's about 73 degrees. I think it'll be about 75 in Enoree when I get there at about 3 o'clock today. Might be a little higher. It's fairly low humidity. You know, it's beautiful April, spring here in the low country of South Carolina. Enoree, man, I'm talking a lot. It's morning and I'm pumped. I got the time in here when the video starts. You can just skip all this if you want to just watch the ride. Enoree is about an hour north of Columbia, South Carolina, up I-26, and then just maybe 6 miles or 10 miles off of the I-26, if that. And just checking for turkeys. Yep, turkeys. I'm in an area where I've been seeing turkeys for the last 20 years, and it's nice to see them. There's a jake and a hen I just saw on the right there. Anyway, so it's a bit of a ride. I'm going to eat a burrito when I get to the office. It's 9:13 right now. Eat a burrito around 9:30. Probably go riding around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, somewhere in there. And from my last video at Wambaw, I was fairly full when I went riding, and it has a little bit of effect on your performance if you're a little too full. So what I'll do is eat my a heavy brunch, and then on the way I'll probably eat an orange, and then maybe 30 minutes out I'll eat a banana, and that'll space out. My stomach won't be too full. Banana is very easily digested as carbohydrates, and it's digested over time, so you're not getting this crazy hit of sugar and then, you know, the crash, post-sugar crash. So a banana 30 minutes to an hour before you ride is a very, very effective source of energy, much better than eating a big meal before you ride. What else? Not much else. Having a great week. Things at work went really well this week. I got a giant contract, and so that was kind of cool, and I've been working on it for about a year. And I'm in the manufacturing business, and you know, you get all these ups and downs over the last 18 years I've been in this particular job. And I'm the general manager at my company, and there's a lot of responsibility there, and so when you do get a good day, it's a nice feeling. So anybody who's in any kind of sales will understand that, or anyone who has to work on contracts. What else? Not much else. I'm just pretty talkative this morning. I don't know why. I guess because I'm so excited about heading up to Enoree. If you get a chance to get to Enoree, please get up there. This time of year is so nice. The weather's perfect. The woods are cool and beautiful. You can put on all your gear and not overheat. And it's not the rainy season. You know, the rainy season won't come until August, September. And Enoree does fairly well when it's dry. Unlike Wambaw or Manchester, which depends on, you know, I try to ride the day after a rain, the day of a rain, if I can get up there, like especially at Manchester. I've got a great video where I'm pulling into the parking lot, it's pouring rain, but we checked the radar and knew that within 20 minutes, the front would pass and you'd have this freshly watered conditions on the Manchester track. That's it. I'm on the YZ250 today. It's not loaded yet because I'm not at my warehouse yet. I'm coming from the home, and we'll get it up there. Hope you have a great day. Hope you can get out to ride. Happy Good Friday. Happy Easter, everybody. And I hope you can spend it with family and friends and loved ones. If you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up. It really does help. And if you want to subscribe, I would very much appreciate that. You'll hit the little bell up there, and you'll get notices whenever I put out a video. One of the best things I think I provide is trail conditions. Since I ride every week or two, you get trail conditions every week or two, and you can actually see what's going on a particular trail. If you watch that video in advance, you'll do your brain will do a thing called visualization, where you will actually take in some of the muscle memory from watching me ride, your body will sympathetically respond to the turns and accelerations, so that if you're going to ride that afternoon, if you watch a video for a particular trail you're going to ride that afternoon, if you watch that video in the morning, your brain will actually have interpreted some muscle memory for that trail. It will remember things that you won't maybe consciously remember, but you'll find yourself taking trails better, cornering better, slowing down when you might overshoot a turn or something. Your brain, it's like a preview of what you're going to do. It's like running the track in advance physically. It's not quite as much because you don't get the actual physical feedback, but it really works. They use it in the Olympics. They use it in any kind of professional sports. They use visualization because it helps your brain control your body later on during the real thing. All right, everybody have a great one. Happy Easter, and we'll get to the video right now. Guitars here. We are at Enoree on Good Friday. There's a ton of people here, which is great to see. Already ran into some old friends and made some new friends. It's a great day to be here. I hope some of y'all are here today. I'm in the White Expedition over by the bathrooms, and I hope you're able to get out this weekend. Hope you're able to spend Easter with people you love and people that love you, and get some family and friend time. I'm gonna run all 5 trails, or actually only 4 are open right now, I think. I'll ride what's open once or twice, usually twice, we'll see. But just a fun ride. I haven't been here first time this year, so great to be here. Maybe I've been here, I really think it's been since January, but I'm not positive, but we'll see. A little tour of the parking lot so we can see all the people here. I mean, there could even be more. I'm thinking tomorrow. You know, it's not everybody gets Friday off. I feel like spring break is on right now. There's my friend Bill. What's up, brother? How you doing? Going back out?
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Nice to meet you, buddy.
Nice to meet you.
A little sandy out there.
A little sandy?
A little sandy.
A little dry? Yeah, I soaked my head and all my armor.
Yeah.
Try to stay cool.
Yeah, it's warm today.
Yeah. Yeah, this morning I was thinking, oh, it's going to be 70 degrees. It's like a little warmer, a little warmer. And the second loop is closed?
Yeah, red loop's closed right now. I guess they're doing a
little maintenance?
Or work or something going on back
Okay.
there. But the rest are open. They seem okay.
Yeah.
Have you been out here since they've smoothed it out or whatever?
No, this is the first time here this year.
Okay.
Yeah, I think January 2nd was my last ride, and then I didn't even realize it was open. I almost feel like I came once, but my memory's a little foggy, so I'm not sure. I don't think so. I'll follow you.
Okay.
If I can keep up.
Probably won't be a problem.
Bill, SCRIDER, and some number after it, SCRIDER 56 or something from Thumpertalk. He's probably already faster than me. He's definitely warmed up. Yeah, I got got my work cut out for me staying up with him. He's definitely faster than I am. Especially unwarmed up. See these guys that ride in the t-shirts? Those are the guys that leave you in the dust. I think he's taking it a little easy on me. He's got really good corner speed. I'm pretty sure this year, well, since January 2nd, since they closed last year. Great corner speed. Traffic on this road. I'll never get used to it. I'll always be paranoid. Chris said he was behind Stephanie on this bike and that this paddle tire throws a lot. Throws a lot of rocks and sand, you know, he gets such a good grip. It is a little sandy, isn't it? It's a little dry. Dry. I gotta say thanks to all that riding at Manchester. My heart rate feels pretty low. It's really just my skill that's going to run out, I think, before my oxygen. Yeah, you're too fast for me, brother, but I appreciate the pull. My nephew with these bunny hops. I don't think I do that. I don't think I bunny hop these little jumps. Now look at that. So typical Enoree, right? We got this dry dust on the trail, and then we just went over a mud puddle and a little bit of water. follow somebody faster than you, I definitely recommend it. One of the best things about it is it demonstrates the kind of corner speed that someone can comfortably do. You know, for me, he's actually cornering a little bit out of my comfort zone. And, you know, I'm no racer. I'm an old guy on a bike. But it does give me a little confidence following him to see, okay, he's making this corner at that speed. I can probably do that too. Just have to really learn the technique, knock it over my head. Guys, they eat up these jumps. I don't have that technique down for sure. I'm much more likely to drop the front end down over a jump, kind of roll it, even at a higher speed. Want me to go? It's definitely faster than me. This high speed corner, no question. And I don't think it's just the 4-stroke that's making the difference. It's just pure skill. Another big thing of water out here in the dry. Out now. I'm trying hard. I'm riding so hard right now for me. I know that hill and I know those whoops. It's like a section that's decent for me. Climbing that weird hill. Bill's been riding all morning too. I'm impressed. He's no problem keeping up with me. See how I roll the front tire? He's bunny hopping. On the 8th was my last ride. I can definitely feel it. Even if you can ride every 7 days, it's much better than every 10 days or whatever. Get out. Muscle memory's better. Endurance is better. Just ride. Even if it's a short ride every few days, and a longer ride after that. you doing?
Good.
Woo! All right, we'll stop. Check out these trails. So we've got color-coded trails here now. Blue, red, green. We did the blue and the green, and we're on this one here. I guess we skipped the quote secret trail because there's a what I call a secret trail somewhere out here that either cuts this down or makes this bigger. I can't remember. Anyway, all right, we'll pause for now. Bill is gonna took the left-hand turn here, which is a trail I've never been on, but I think this trail joins up with this trail. So I'm gonna take the orange trail. Yeah. Well, let's see where we're gonna go. And he's gonna ride again. I mean, he's been out here riding all day. We're gonna come out again. So if we're here, somehow he took a right. I don't know if this is marked because, oh, I see, he's here, I guess. Yeah, he must be here. I never ride this. I always ride this. So it's really not that much further. And then once you get here, you can go here back. I might do this one. I've never done this one. Interesting. Never done this one. I think I'll do it. I'll do this one and then that one. Or is that the parking lot? Oh, let's see. No, this is the parking lot here. All right. All right, time to try this trail and then that trail. Hopefully I can find this trail when the time comes. Yeah, I was definitely letting my competitive self get ahead of me. I'm so hot. Tired. There's no way I could ride that way the rest of this ride. I guess I'm going this way. I'm supposed to make that left, but the mule knows the way home. And this is it. So he was getting bad numb hands. That trail is super windy, and I'm not sure how much he's ridden already. I get the same thing. I don't get arm pump. He said he doesn't get arm pump either. But I'll start with my clutch index finger will go numb, and then if I'm really holding on too tight, slowly my other fingers will go numb. Usually index finger, ring finger, middle finger on my left hand, and say like the index finger on my right hand. And it'll just get worse and worse and spread. And pretty soon you're shaking your hands out because so many times in the past, I would almost eat it on those three little whoop-de-doos. Now, if they put those whoop-de-doos there to slow you down, what do we call that? A chicane. So a chicane, it's often just a bend in the road, especially on a really fast track, but it can be any device used to slow you down on the trail. My guess is it probably comes from, it's probably a military term. If I were to just guess, and I am just guessing here, it's probably a military term for, say, slowing down an army, marching on a road or something, or marching on a trail, doing something to slow them down, where maybe you can then be in a position to attack or be in a position to get away. I don't know. The beauty is you can look that up in 2 seconds, and I will try to look it up when I review the video and find this section. I don't usually remember all the parts of the video where I say, you know, I'll check that, but when I watch it, I'll often look all the stuff up, or at least a lot of the stuff up that I said that I wasn't sure of. I did look up the sand I talked about at Wambaw from the ride on the 8. How you go around a corner and the sand would kind of collapse. My tire would knife out on me a little bit. I did look up the water content increases until you get a sudden shear failure. So sand is pushing against itself with gravity on a like a vertical. Imagine a deck of cards, and you're holding the cards up vertically, and you're squeezing the cards between your fingers. The force that keeps if there was no friction, all the cards would just fall out of the deck onto the ground. But there's friction, and so the friction is in the vertical direction between each flat card, like this. That's shear force. You know, when you say you shear the nut off, that's when you cut the nut off sideways. A pair of shears, a pair of scissors. That's probably the easiest way to think about it. A shear force. And the sand has shear force. But when you get it too wet, the force cannot be maintained. I believe it's a molecular disruption as well as a physical disruption. Right? The sand grains have a certain shape, sort of a crystal shape. And it may be irregular, but it's not round. It's not like ball bearings. So those crystals push into one another, and then when you've got a force between them, it creates a shear force. So the shear strength of the pile of sand is affected by the moisture. When it's completely dry, there's nothing, I think, to give us any kind of what's the term for water? On the surface, a surface tension. There's no surface tension to hold the grains next to one another. You add water, and you end up with surface tension holding the grains together. This could be totally wrong, by the way. And you add enough water, and the grains just can't hold together. So the shear force is lost, and the sand just comes down in a vertical slice along the edge. Edge of the pile. I'll have to go that way back one of these days, maybe today, later today. I won't tell you too much about what he does just because it's his business, but he's it sounds like he's got life figured out pretty well. And young guy, with a family, and nice to see folks who have figured out life. I see dust. It could be from him, but I don't know. Bill's on a, I think it's a YZ250F. Just a little 125, what is it? Cool little bike. I don't know much about two-stroke Kawasaki's. Spring water feeding down the hill and coming out right there. My nemesis turn right there. I used to blow that turn all the time. Shoot right past that tree. It took a long time to develop the muscle memory for that one. I'm just not that. My muscles don't have a good memory, just like my brain. I can figure a lot of stuff out, but I don't remember a lot of stuff. So I have a random memory of a few things, but I mean, there are people that have so much. My wife has so much better memory than me. Probably would never be doing much calculus. But she remembers things. Excellent memory. I envy people who can, like, people's names. Really difficult for me. Growing up, we never, ever had to remember anybody's name except their first name, and then only if they were a friend. You know, there was none of this, you know, Mr. Farbish or whatever. It just wasn't common in my family group where you had to remember many people's names. You know, and there are some families where from a very young age you are taught, and I recommend it to anybody, to memorize people's names. You know, they say that people with low self-esteem can't remember names. Well, it might be that people who can't remember names have a low self-esteem because of the lack of that ability. It's a little embarrassing, right? I mean, if you see someone you've known, I saw a friend of mine, well, a work friend. I worked with this guy for 9 years. I went to another job for 2 years. His name's Brian. I'm standing, I went to visit one of my co-workers where they still work together. I'm not visiting him, but he showed up. Say, hey Mike, how you doing, man? everything going. I'm like, hey! I could not, for the life of me, remember his name. I don't think he knew. And thankfully, someone there said something about, you know, Brian did this the other day. And I was like, well, Brian, great to see you, man. That is so embarrassing. And also, it makes the person feel bad, you know. God, this guy, he doesn't care enough about me to remember my name. I love this guy, great guy. Oh man, super skilled artist, super person, awesome person. You know, he had figured out life out. Had like 7 rental properties and all that. A great wife, very, very good guy, very nice wife. Obviously in love with each other, you know, at least from what we could tell. They're still together. That's been, what has that been? 25 years? So yeah. Anyway, how can you tell someone who you've worked with for 9 years you forgot their name? Idiot. So it's kind of like, you know, I no way would I say I understand the stress of dyslexia, because I think that's much more traumatizing. All your friends are learning to read in 6th grade and you can't read. Even say, even 10th grade, and it's not your fault. The letters just appear jumbled. You know how they can put letters, the wrong letter in every spot, and you can still figure out the word? Imagine if it's the opposite. You put the word, but all the wrong letters are triggered in your brain. Anyway, back to this thing about remembering people's names. It's really embarrassing. One thing you can do, and I learned it from the president of the student body when I was at the College of Charleston, this sweet little girl. She seemed to remember everybody. And we were doing something one day and she said, hold on, let me write that down. And she wrote down someone's name. I said, what are you doing? Because she remembered everybody, I thought. She said, I write down everybody's name because I can't remember these people's names. So I started doing that. I'm the TV director at our church. And I really was amazed at how the guy who trained me in this job knew everybody's name. Like someone was going to sing a solo, someone was going to come up and read some verses or something like that, someone was going to give a report on a committee. He knew everybody's name. Well, we've been at the church, both of us, since 1983. He knew all those names, and I did not. So what I've done is what I learned from my friend Deborah at College of Charleston. I have a notepad. Chicane. You don't blow this turn. I have a notepad right on my desk, and I'll write down the person's name, their spouse's name. If they got kids, I write their names down. Write down whether they're a deacon or what they do. Sometimes I'll write down just what they wore that particular day, because it made enough of an impression. Okay, purple dress. I know that Pamela wears a purple dress sometimes, especially if she's going to sing a solo. Not every time, and not the same dress, but she likes purple if she's going to be on stage. And it's been a big help. I'm still not an expert at all. I have a long way to go to train my brain at 63 years old, but it's getting better. And remember, getting better, the better you get, the easier it is to get better. At least for a skill that you completely lack. Now, once you develop some skill, like here, for me to get better at dirt bike riding at this stage, I have to take a lot more chances. It's hard for me to improve, 10% from year to year at this age. Whereas early on, you can could get 10% better every year for 5 years in a row, right? Starting to get a little numb hand on my throttle hand. You already had lunch. Woo! It's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, it feels good to get out.
Here, try one of these.
Oh, thank you.
It's a pear. It looks like an apple, but it's a pear.
Oh man, that's good.
Yeah. You want some oranges? You're more than welcome.
I got 2 oranges in the truck.
Okay.
All right, back at it. Bill on his trusty 450. I am cramping. I'm tired. And he's fresh. So Bill rides about once a week all over the state. And super nice guy. Dirt bike people. Dirt bike people. I know I say it every video, but it's because it's true. They're just such nice people. You need to slow down for me. What happened?
Damn, dude. Whoa.
You get a flat?
Fuck, yeah.
Oh no!
Damn.
This is the only place I've ever got a flat, was here. Oh man, do you want to put some tie wraps on it, or do you think it'll get back?
Yeah, I can get it back.
Okay.
That sucks.
That sucks. I wonder what you picked up.
And where? You know what I mean? Like,
Is it an inner tube?
It is.
Jesus.
Yeah, damn, bro.
It's not like there's a bunch of nails out here.
No.
Huh.
And I don't remember it being flat, like right back there, you know?
Yeah. Pinch flat, you think?
I guess.
Wow.
Story of my life.
Like I said, I've had one flat on a dirt bike in 58 years of riding dirt bikes. And it was right here, of all places.
I was ready to go, dude.
Yeah. Man, that thing is completely down. That just blew.
Just right now. Like,
Did you tear your valve stem off? Because I'm starting to see space on that, between that tire.
Yeah, no, the valve stem's there.
Wow. Man, talk about a blowout.
Oh, well.
Jesus Christ.
Wonder if I'm better off. No, I guess I gotta go this way, huh?
No, I'd go back.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'd go back. Just take it slow.
I'm just gonna walk it.
No, I'd ride it. I mean, we're barely into it.
Yeah.
Your zipper's open on your pouch, by the way, on your backpack. You want me to zip? You good?
Nah, it's okay. There's nothing there.
Okay. All right, Bill. Damn, son.
Next time, bro.
Yeah. Well, hey, I know you're up the road. I know you can go on the weekdays.
Yeah.
So, great to meet you.
Next time we'll get a rip in.
I got you on video. Do you care if I put you in a video?
I don't mind,
all right.
bro.
Hey, everybody, this is Bill. What is it on
Tire Bill.
Thumpertalk is SC Rider.
Yeah. And then Dirt Raider on YouTube.
SC Rider 20. What is it?
83.
XC Rider 83. Were you born in 83?
Yeah. I was.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn this off for a second. Man.
See you, brother.
I'll see you next time. Safe travels home. Come on. All right. Well, it happened.